guys, Sep here, and I'm cooking up a delicious quiche right now. And this is actually a quiche that I'm going to store in the fridge and cut off a little piece to have for breakfast every day. So what I have going right now is one large onion that I'm sauteing in some olive oil. I have 3 cloves of garlic and a whole pound of mushrooms because I love mushrooms. So I'm actually making a vegetarian quiche. I'm going to add some spinach to it. So these are 2 bags of frozen spinach. It's already been chopped, cleaned, ready for you. It's a lot more budget friendly too, and it's a pound each. I have a pound and a half here. So I've let it thaw overnight in the refrigerator, and what I'm going to use right here, this is called a nut milk bag. You can also use a clean kitchen towel, and I'm just going to drain all the water from it. So I'm just going to go ahead and empty the spinach into the bag. If you try to use fresh spinach, you're going to need a lot to make, once it cooks down, you're going to need a lot to make a pound and a half. So this is actually, it's better for your wallet, and it's just more convenient. And I'm actually using a couple shortcuts in this recipe. I'm using a pre-made pie crust that I got from Whole Foods. It's whole wheat pie crust, and there's no preservatives, nothing artificial in there. Okay, so I have the spinach in the bag, and I'm just going to lift it up like this. And you'll see you get a lot of water, so I'm just going to squeeze that out. Like so. Okay, so I've gone ahead and added the spinach to the pot with the onions and the mushrooms, but you want to wait until the mushrooms and the onions have browned, and they're going to release a lot of water. I've also added about 1 cup of sun-dried tomatoes that have been sliced. So in this bowl I have 5 eggs, and I'm going to add 1 cup of milk to this. You can use any kind of milk you want. I'm using reduced fat. I've used whole milk. That turns out really well, really good as well. But it's just up to you. It's your preference. So you're just going to mix these together. I'm also adding about 6 ounces of crumbled feta, and it has some Mediterranean herbs in it, so it has basil and sun-dried tomatoes. You can use any kind of cheese you want. Make sure you add all of it. I've also seasoned the eggs, so I have about a couple pinches of salt in there, like a teaspoon. And I turn the heat off under the vegetables. I'm just going to go ahead and add this egg mixture. Make sure before you get started that you turn on your oven so that it can preheat for you while you're getting everything else prepared, and it's on 375. So I'm just going to mix everything together. Just move it over here. I'm going to get a shot of what it looks like. Okay, so you mix everything together, and I have my 2 pie crusts. This is whole wheat pie crust. You don't even need to defrost it. You just take it out of the packaging. This is from Whole Foods. You can use any kind you want. Just make sure you read the ingredients. You don't want any artificial ingredients. This is just whole wheat flour, some palm oil, and salt. So I'm going to just scoop it out. I think that'll be easier. Make less of a mess. Okay. Just go ahead and fill up the pie crust. And if you notice, there's a lot of vegetables in here, so it's mostly, mostly spinach, some mushrooms. It's a great way to get your protein and your complex carbs and veggies in just a quick. If you're going low carb or you don't want a lot of grains in your diet, you can even make this and just distribute it into muffin tins. Make sure you grease the tins first, and you can have just little like crustless quiche. That's really good as well. And you get a lot of protein with that, very little carbs. If you're trying to lose weight, I would probably just limit this till after a workout, because it does have a lot of, it is grains, and one of the best ways to lose fat is to limit your carbohydrates. So I've done that, and I'm just going to top it with some more cheese. And I'm using this Quattro Formaggio from Trader Joe's. It's basically like Asiago cheese and fontina. You can use any kind of cheese you want. Sharp cheddar also works really well. And I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on top. It's going to get really nice and golden brown. Just like that. And go ahead and place it in the oven for about 30 minutes. And once it cools, you're ready to slice up and enjoy. Thanks so much.